Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Jason, coming back with another one, man. I just got another quick message for y'all, man. Listen, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot be getting desperate out here, man. You can't be walking around out here desperate, man. Because when you desperate, right, that's when you start making mistakes. That's when you force your process. You know what I mean? When you get desperate, that's when you out here pulling moves, pulling dumb moves at that. That's going to get you jammed up. So you can't get desperate, man. I don't care what it is you're getting desperate for. A lot of people start getting desperate for money in most cases, and that's when you start fucking up. That's when you go out there and do something stupid. You do anything, like I said, you know, and all that's going to do is mess up your whole groove, mess up your whole process, and could possibly land you in jail. So you got to trust your process and try to be patient. You know what I mean? You know, patience is a virtue, man. Do not get desperate out here. There's a lot of people that's walking around out here desperate, and guess what? They doing anything. There's a lot of females out here, you know. Yeah, we in tough times, you know. You got COVID and all this shit going on, you know, and these females out here getting desperate, you know, starting OnlyFans and all of that. And even that shit about to get cut short, you know, because now you can't have new videos and all that shit. They cutting that shit. You know, they probably got big investors like, look, you know what I mean? We see how big OnlyFans is, but we can't invest in it if you're going to be doing all of that shit on there. So OnlyFans, the owner, like, shit, fuck it then. We're going to stop that shit, you know, because people, not only, it ain't just females that's on OnlyFans showing their ass and titties and pussy and all that. Now you got people, you know, celebrities mocking OnlyFans, starting pages and just doing dumb shit on there, you know, playing basketball, doing some DJ Khaled type workout shit on there. So, you know, I'm pretty sure they want that platform to grow. So now, you know what I mean? I don't know what these females gonna do. Probably go back to Backpage, and even Backpage then got shut down. So yeah, man, all of it is desperate. You know, all of it is just out of desperation, you know. But at the end of the day, you cannot, as a man, you cannot be getting desperate out here. You got to trust your process. You got to keep working, you know, and don't start, you know, fucking up. You know, that's it. That's it, really. But as soon as you get desperate, man, I'm telling you, man, that's when you start making mistakes. That's when your judgment get all clouded and shit, and you out here, you know, trusting anybody, pulling the wrong moves, listening to whatever, you know, whoever got a lick on this one, whoever got a lick on that one, you know, you start doing all them dumbass PPP loans and shit, and that's what's getting motherfuckers jammed up too. Motherfuckers getting their ass locked up behind all that money they done stole from the government, as if the government don't log they shit. Y'all motherfuckers out here stealing money from the government that keep tabs on everything. They know who they gave it to. And y'all motherfuckers out here scamming. Listen, that's all out of desperation, man. Mugs out here scamming. And y'all gotta understand too, when you out here doing all of that shit, man, it's gonna come back on you. It's gonna come back on you. You know what I mean? Karma, cold bitch. I told you, all that scamming and trying to get over on people and all that shit. Listen, that ain't the way to go. That's not the way to go. Cause if that karma don't get you, the motherfucker that you scam gonna hunt your ass down and probably kill your ass. So you gotta be careful with that shit too. You gotta be careful with that too, man. You just gotta trust your process, go out there and get it, man. It ain't just drug dealers and motherfuckers out here that's getting it out of the mud. We all getting it out of the mud. Shit, if we ain't rich, we all getting it out of the mud. Not none of y'all niggas that's fake rich, that's hood rich and all that shit. Listen, if you ain't rich and you still getting by, you still eating, you still got a crib, you still got a car, listen, you getting that shit out of the mud. You just got to have patience. At the end of the day, you just have to have patience. You have to trust in your process, and you got to keep working. And I'm not saying you got to keep working your job. You got to keep working your job and keep working on your dreams at that. That's going to possibly bring in another stream of revenue. You just can't work your job these days. Your job ain't gonna cut it. Especially if you ain't got, like, you know, if you ain't no lawyer or doctor or anything like that, or just getting, you know, just a super check off doing whatever, man. Listen, you construction or something, if you ain't getting that, even construction on and off. These city jobs on and off. So listen, you know, we all getting it out of the mud, but we gotta, you gotta continue to work on your dreams too. You gotta continue to work on yourself too. You gotta continue, you know what I mean, to try to elevate at the end of the day. But I repeat, and I'm gonna say it again, you cannot be out here desperate. People can smell that shit a mile away. And I don't want nobody that's desperate being around me anyways, because shit, they could start looking at you like you fool. You know what I mean? They'll start looking at you like you fool. They count your pockets and shit. Motherfuckers get that desperate and shit. So don't get desperate. You know what I mean? That's gonna get you killed out here. That's gonna get you jammed up out here. That's just gonna dig a deeper hole. That's gonna dig a deeper hole. You gotta have patience. You gotta have patience. You gotta have patience. You know what I mean? You know how many people locked up because they got desperate and did something dumb? They got desperate and started doing some bullshit, and guess what? Man, listen, it didn't end well. So you just gotta hold it down. You just gotta hold it down. Don't be one of them motherfuckers. Do not be one of them motherfuckers. And y'all know what I'm talking about. You can smell that desperate shit a mile away. You can look at a motherfucker and see what they've been up to and be like, damn. You know what I mean? Motherfucker done hit some hard times, man. Motherfucker done got desperate. And now look what they doing. Look what they doing. You know, and then motherfuckers too, right? Before I go. Y'all ever see motherfuckers, right? They was out here getting it. You know, they was getting it, doing whatever it was that they was doing. But at the same time, you know what I mean? They wasn't handling it like they should have. You know what I mean? Like, you would see motherfucker like, damn, you know, at one time you remember like, damn, motherfucker doing this thing. Motherfucker doing this thing. That's what's up. You know? But you could tell a motherfucker that didn't do what he was supposed to do while he was doing this thing, because he now resulted to doing some shit that you would be like, what the fuck? Why the fuck did he do that? Or why is he doing that now? This motherfucker was just getting it. He was just getting it. Man, in a lot of those cases, they didn't do what they were supposed to do. They was out here, they didn't appreciate what they had. They was out here loose and reckless with their funds. And guess what? Now the motherfuckers, now they somewhere doing some bullshit. You know? Now they got regular jobs. Now they trying to slang rinky-dink clothes and selling socks and doing all that other shit because they wasn't handling their business. Now they desperate. Now, you know, now they down here with the rest of the people. They done got their ass humbled. But before they was on cloud 9. Y'all got to understand, 1 minute we could be on cloud 9, we could be doing our thing, but if we not handling our responsibilities, right? We not doing what we supposed to do. We let our head get big, right? And we not, you know, we done took shortcuts and did all that other shit. Guess what? You gonna lose all that shit. Next thing you know, you back at the bottom. You back at the bottom. You know, so you gotta know, man, listen, you gotta go through that process so you can prevent that. When you go through that process, you know you ain't gonna ever end back up where you was at. Never. You ain't gonna never go back because you went through every step. So you know better, and you gonna do and give your all to keep what it is that you got, what you worked hard for. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta have that patience to get there. But the motherfuckers that take them shortcuts, they the ones that don't appreciate that shit, because when they fall back down because they wasn't ready, they didn't handle it like they were supposed to, them the ones that start getting desperate and now they on bullshit. So you got to stay away from them kind, and you got to avoid that shit, and you got to go through your process like everybody else. and you gotta be patient. All right? And that's my message, man. My name Jason and Sinn-Take. I'll holler at y'all later, man. Peace. Hustle hard, yeah, that's all day. I'ma keep putting in work, yeah, that's all day. I'm in here to do my job, yeah, that's all day. What I do ain't a facade, this is all J. Hustle hard, yeah, that's all day. I'ma keep putting in work, yeah, that's all day. I'm in here to